Hey guys, Daley Tech here, and thank you for joining me for another VR headset unboxing. And this is an unboxing video that I've been particularly excited and looking forward to doing for quite some time now. The name of the VR headset that I have right in front of me is the Baofeng Mojing S1. Now yes, that's a bit of a mouthful, but I've got some really high hopes for this headset. This wasn't provided to me for any kind of review or anything like that. I did go out and just buy this thing myself because I read about it. I saw that it had Fresnel lenses, that's right, just like the Vive. So needless to say, let's get going on it. If this is your first time visiting my channel, thanks for stopping by. And if you're interested in all different types of VR, be sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any more content in the future. So to start things off with this headset, we're going to take a look at the packaging first. The first thing I noticed when I got this thing out of the mailer bag is that there is virtually no English on it at all. The only thing that's on it is the S1, and I'll let you take a look at it right there. And all the sides say, yeah, even the stuff down there at the bottom is not really in English either. It is very plain, and the size of this thing looks like it's probably just the headset and not a whole lot more in there. But either way, we're going to see what's in there. Okay, so the first thing we see is clearly the headset is taking up pretty much the entire box. And one thing I did read, I think this thing said it had 110 degrees field of view. With the size of the lenses, I think that might actually be true. So here, and yes, this is awesome. I mean, you know what? I'm going to skip ahead for just a moment. Look at the size of those frickin' lenses. I mean, hold on. Here's what your typical VR headset's going to look like. Something like this for lenses. I'll let you take a look at that. And you put these up next to it. I mean, these things, I got some high hopes for this, like I said. And to be honest, this looks bigger in real, like right here, than it does in the picture. So as far as this goes, this is nice and light. This is, you know, that's kind of the status quo for all these things. They do need to be really light. I'm not going to say it's any more heavier or lighter than any other ones I had, but it's about what I expected. So let me just peel this front off. And on the sides here, there are, looks to be just your straps, your holders for the straps. So before we get going too much further on the headset, we're going to see what else is in the box though. Alright, yeah, I guess we have our strap most likely. And I think this one came with the remote. It did come with the remote. So there we go. We'll take a look at this too. And then we have our straps here. Right away, first thing I noticed are the straps. They're very thin. We'll take a look to see what they feel like once I get these opened up. Pretty good stretch to them. They feel soft enough that they're not going to cause any problems. I mean, these things aren't overly spectacular. I've seen much better ones. But I'm sure they're going to get the job done as well. And that looks like the back strap. And then we have the top strap here, which is pretty straightforward. Again, feeling just like the other one. And the rest of the stuff inside the box here, I'm willing to bet there's nothing in English. And looks like I am absolutely correct. There is nothing in English here. There are some pictures, and they don't tell me a whole lot. So, unless you speak Chinese, this is going to be no good to you. Also, we have some little pads here. The instructions, again, not in English, but there is a little picture, and I'm going to figure out what that does off camera. Okay, so let's get those straps on the headset. Oh, now this is really weird. This is really weird how this top strap goes in. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but take a look. This just pops out of your head. And I don't know why it retracts in, because this doesn't look like the type of headset you wouldn't want to wear with only the back strap. Looks definitely like the type you'd want the top one on. So this, the fact that that moves around, not sure if I like that. But let's get a strap in there. And I doubt for the actual usage that's really going to matter anyways. Alright, so now that I have the strap on it, the strap system does feel a lot cheaper than I hoped. It's not spectacular. I think it's going to be just enough to get the job done. I'm more about the performance of the headset. That's my big part. So let's take a look on how this opens up and how you get your phone inside. Little clip on the front, just drops this down. And as you can see, it's like a lot of the phone holders inside, but look at that. It's all lens. That is amazing. So this, I am dying to see how this is going to perform. There's a little cushion on the back just to hold your phone in nice and tight. And this latching system feels really smooth. That feels really nice. It's not hard to get in. It really grabs onto it, and it, you know your phone's going to be safe and stuck in there. So let's take a quick look at the remote here. Comes with batteries. It comes with batteries, believe it or not. That's great. Okay, so the remote is pretty simple. Feels very light. I don't think it's really great quality or anything like that, but I'm sure it's probably going to just get the job done. It's got a power button on the face by the looks of it, a back button, and little thumbstick, which is pretty neat. And I don't know if that's actually clicking or not, or if that's just being loose. Either way, I don't know how much I'm going to use this since I got my Nolo, but I'm going to test it out. We're going to see how it works. But here, I'll give you a quick look at it there. Very good. Let's see if we get the batteries in there now. Oh, man. I don't know if I'm opening it or if I'm breaking it in half. Or both. This battery system's pretty janky. I'm gonna get myself a screwdriver. There we go. So the whole back just pops right off of it and it drops on the ground. This battery system could have been thought out a little bit better. I'm really hoping the performance of this headset makes up for the rest of this. But considering the price of this was about 40 bucks. So you're looking at kind of like, out of the cheaper headsets you can get, this is going to be on the mid to upper range of those ones. So I didn't have humongous expectations, and already I don't think I'm let down. Just by looking at those lenses, I mean, it's really cool. Little trigger on the front here too. It doesn't feel very clicky. It just feels kind of mushy. You know, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to use that too often. I'll try it out in a couple games, I guess. Okay, so looking at the rest of the headset now, you're going to have this foam cushion around your face. Now this feels like a very soft, like a memory foam type of feeling. Not sure how that's going to do for keeping like airflow in there and keeping sweat from building up, but we're going to find out firsthand on how well it does that. However, there are some vents in the front, and I'll let you take a look at that up close. So hopefully that's going to let enough air circulate in there that the lenses are not going to fog up. Looking at the front as well, I'm going to see if there's any vents in the front. Now, the only thing I can see for venting in the front is at the sides. They're completely open on either side, so that's going to provide a little bit of venting. But at the same time, it's going to allow your cables to get in. So if you're going to be tethering your phone to a PC or hooking it up to a battery or plugging in your headphones or something like that, it's going to leave you enough space for that. So I guess the only last thing to do now is to give this thing a test, see how it performs, and see if these gigantic lenses actually make a huge difference. So I'm going to be digging up the QR code right now, get it scanned into my phone. I'll be right back, and I'll be plugging my phone into this, and we're going to see how it works. Okay, so we're all scanned up, and let's give this thing a shot. So this is a 5.7-inch phone that I have here. It's the Galaxy 6 Edge Plus, and this says it's rated for a 5.5-inch screen. Now, I did see another review online. Actually, the only other one in English is by I believe it's called the VR Shop, and they did a review on this headset. However, I like to see more points of view than just one, so I guess that mystery just intrigued me a little bit, and I had to try it out for myself. So let's see how it fits. So looking at it here, it just fits. My phone, it It's real close. Any bigger than this, and I don't know if you'd want to go, I don't know if it would fit. I think you have about a 1/4 inch to play here. So if you have a phone that's a lot bigger than this, I would probably pass on it. But Galaxy 6 Edge Plus does fit. I'll confirm it right now. Let's see if that did the trick. Now, as you can see on the side, ports are completely accessible, so that's awesome. And just putting it up towards your face, you can see the whole thing is just lit up. So either this is going to be awesome or it just might give me cancer. I don't know. Now, there are adjustments on the side. So adjusting that is now really nice. That adjusts it really well. And let me tell you, this picture is fantastic. That is super comfortable. The picture looks really good. Now, the only complaint I have about the fit is that the bridge of my nose is hitting on this nose guard. So my nose is a little bit bigger than your average, but you know, it's sitting on here. It's not hitting a sharp corner or anything like that. So it's not like it's digging in, but it is resting on here. So that I'm not super keen on, but this cushion feels really, really nice. It feels extremely nice. I was skeptical, but this feels fantastic. I've tried out quite a few headsets, different, you know, pleather. It's just like a regular mesh type thing. This one here feels probably the best out of all of them. And the headset feels very small. It doesn't feel big. It feels quite small. This is probably going to become my new favorite headset. As I look around, the picture quality is fantastic. The field of view is much bigger than any other Android VR headset I've used, including my Gear VR. This finally feels like a true 110 degrees field of view. And even with that larger field of view, I'm somehow not noticing as much screen door effect. I guess these Fresnel lenses are what they're really cracked up to be. I do notice, however, that the QR code that I scanned is not correct, so be sure to check the description for the custom QR code that I made. So to wrap things up, the build quality of this thing feels pretty average. It doesn't feel like anything absolutely spectacular. The strap system is kind of funny. They're not the best quality straps. However, the fact that these move so freely like this it's really nice. It allows for a really comfortable fit no matter how it is. And it doesn't feel like it's pulling in awkward places. The face cushion, very comfortable. It's extremely comfortable. This feels great wearing it. I feel like this is one of the headsets that I feel like I can wear for the longest period of time. I had this on my head off camera for probably about 5 minutes. The lenses did not fog at all. So that means the vents that are in here that you can see in the front are actually doing their job and doing a pretty good job at that. The phone holder in the front, you know, it latches really nicely. However, it's a little bit weird to get your phone in because before you clip it in, it just seems to slide around a little bit too much and you just gotta hope you line it up right. But once you got it pressed into place and then you snap it shut, it actually holds it in there really, really well. Having access to the ports on the sides is fantastic, and the focal adjustment too is just really, really nice to have. So I guess my next step is to get my NOLA hooked up to this, hook it up to Steam VR, and we're going to see how it performs in real games. So watch my other videos down the road. I'm sure I'm going to be showcasing this thing a lot. So before we wrap it up here, I'm going to give you guys one last look at those lenses. Come on, look at that. You can even see the demo right through those lenses. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're looking for a custom QR code, I'm definitely going to build one for this. I've got a link to RiftCat on how you can use this to play in Steam VR, and also the link where you can buy this headset and get it for about 45 bucks Canadian. So it's actually a really great steal for what you're getting here. And remember, if you enjoyed the video, leave it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.